Morning all, just thought I'd give you a bit of a teaser video of what I'm going to be presenting on next Tuesday. So you can see up on your screen there I've got a shot of FTX, which is an exchange. And what you see in front of you is just, it looks like a maze of lines and graphs and all that sort of thing. So, and this is some of the stuff I'm going to explain and how we use that too. And there's a really good scenario just set up here, and it's actually perfect timing. As you can see, I'm using XRP over a 1 minute scale, and it's taken a massive drop here. Well, I want to say massive. It's gone from, it's a 0.02. In the scheme of things, if you're moving lots of transactions in one go, it's quite a big movement. So you see, there's a couple of things that line up, and when we look for investing in the short, these are short-term, what's called scalping in like the 1, the 5, and 15-minute category. And as we're looking for things like this yellow line here crossing up here, and I'll explain a little bit more on Tuesday what that is. It's what we call the RSI, which is the strength of the token, just that's in basic terms. And we're looking for that being right at the bottom, which says that the coin or the token itself is oversold, and the money flow in as well, which just means that it's just starting to see the rise, just right at its very bottom. And you can also see a volume button here as well. We're looking for a bit of green starting to happen. So as you can see, we've gone a red, which is that's a lot of people selling the token. We've got a situation here. This is the order book, essentially all the orders that are going on. Note this is only on FTX only, not on all of the exchanges, and it's why you'll see this value here, which is in US dollars, changes from exchange to exchange. And we'll talk a little bit about this. And you can see the market trades that are going on at the moment. So what we're looking for here, if we were going to do a buy-in and a short-term trade, is we're looking for a cross of the yellow line across the red here, and then we're looking for a cross of this red across this green, and also we're looking for these to be at this sort of level. So we're very, very close to looking at a trade. In fact, we would probably take the trade as soon as this the yellow and red goes across. I'm assuming we're not seeing a huge downward trend, and we're just starting to see these other lines here pointing downwards, which up here you'll see the colors. So the 200, the 5, the 15, the 50, and the 100. They're the intervals. So each one of these lines at the moment is 1 minute of transactions. So you can see we had, in 1 minute there, we had $65,000 go through on FTX. So you can see, so over the last 200 minutes, it's starting to point down, which makes sense. You can see that's happening, but that happens all the way through the time. You can see this is how you make money on a market. So if we had a bought down here, and in the short term resold up here, we've got a movement of nearly 1 cent, which doesn't sound like a lot, but 1 cent when you put it over, if you're doing a large trade, it's quite a decent earnings. So you can make $100 to $200 quite easily per day just trading this way. From a long-term point of view, we'll go into a little bit more detail. But I'm sort of hoping you can see this sort of happen while we're live. Sometimes this can take up to 20-30 minutes to actually get this right, but you can see the green and the red starting to come, and that will start to initiate. People will start to get excited about buying tokens, and we'll start to see this red line move up. Now, if these criteria don't meet, and they say end up here, or this line starts to taper down and they don't cross, then we wouldn't take the trade. So you don't always have to trade. So that's just a little brief outline of what we're going to be looking at, and we'll go into depth a little bit more of all the different tokens that are available, the pairings that you can use, and how we can best utilize that from long-term strategies as well. So, but as I said, don't get too concerned about the number of lines that are on there in the moment, because it looks quite confusing. I will explain a little bit more detail, but you won't come away with a full understanding, but you'll get an idea of the power, and then hopefully will prompt you to go off and find some experts before you start trying to tackle this market, because there's a lot of traps going into it as well. So I hope you find this enjoyable, and I look forward to catching up with you guys next Tuesday. God bless. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Take care.